Hi guys. So today I'm doing a type of recap. Let's go down memory lane of my kitchen transformation. And I wanted to do like a little video to show you guys all the things that I did in my kitchen over the last several years since we bought our home. All right, so the backsplash, the cabinets, everything for the most part, I did myself, even putting up that vent hood, which I didn't film, unfortunately. But one of the very first things I did was the herringbone backsplash. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm out of breath. I just came out of the garden. And I'm just kind of exhausted. But yeah, I've been doing fall cleanup. Okay, I got it out. I got it out. But yeah, the first thing I did in the kitchen was the tile. So this I did try to get this done, quote unquote, professionally. And the quote I got a couple of quotes, but one of the quotes I got was about 900, I believe it was, something like that. And that did not include any material. It was just labor. And I totally understand, you can charge whatever you want for labor. It's your business. That's your right. But the way I was raised, I'm from South America, from Suriname. My family's from Guyana. So, I was born in Suriname, but I was raised Guyanese. So some of you guys can kind of hear it in my voice when I talk in my quote unquote American accent that I've been working on for a very long time. I hope you guys like it. I don't know. But anyway, we are very self-sufficient where I'm from. We don't hire people to do a lot of the work for us. We do it ourselves. And I was pretty much raised to be a wife, which I'm very okay with. Nothing against it. I'm glad I was raised the way I was raised. I started cooking when I was 6, and then mommy met her husband, Opa, who is a construction worker, around 1996. I was about 6 years old. And, he was in my life. So he started showing me how to cut tile, how to cut glass, how to mix cement, how to do designs with tile, how to put grout in. And, we didn't even have the fancy grout that they have now. We had just cement. Grout was the cement. You would just mix just the pure cement to fill in the grout to give it that smooth texture. But now, there's so many different colors, textures, etc. And especially in a third world country, there's not all these options. At that time in the 90s, they just weren't available to us. Okay, probably in the States, but just not to us in the 90s. Okay. But yeah, he taught me how to do a lot of things, including laying bricks, laying cinder blocks, all kinds of stuff, building things, cutting wood with a saw. I prefer to cut wood with a saw by hand. Just a lot of hands-on, training. So I got the basics into how to do things like this for myself. You know what I mean? And yes, I was raised to be a wife, and that is completely fine with me. I know some people, some women are not okay with that. That is your business. It is not mine. But I was raised to be a wife and a mom, and that is what I am. I have 4 children. I'm a stay-at-home mother. I started doing YouTube actually in 2012. And it has allowed me to stay at home with my children because honestly, that is just what's best for my children. Some people don't really agree with that, and that's their personal business. That's your life choice. Again, not my business, but I was raised a certain way, and I wanted to give my children a more traditional type of life, that I feel as though they deserved. All right. But anyway, so I did the backsplash. I did the tile. That's just a quick story on myself, by the way. So you could know about me. I don't think I talk much about myself on here. I think I just get to it and start showing you guys things. But yeah, cutting the tile was actually pretty easy. I used a manual cutter, and I also used a Dremel tool. I ordered some diamond blades off of Amazon. They were super cheap. and using a little bit of water to cut the tile made it super easy. Some tiles sparked while cutting because it was made out of a different material. There's porcelain tile, then there's tile that's made with like a cement type of material, and it's just harder to cut. You just have to take your time and have some patience with that. And then while I was pregnant, I painted my kitchen cabinets, and then I decided to change the light fixtures. The one light, I just did not like it. So I fixed the ceiling. It had like a long kind of seam crack going down not the center, but where the seams are of the ceiling, or where the drywall meets on the ceiling. So I fixed that, took off the light, and I kind of ran into a little issue that I was not expecting. I was hoping this was going to be easy peasy for me, but of course it was not. I ran into a joist in the ceiling, which I should have thought about, but I didn't. I was just hoping the joists were going the other way and not across. But anyways, I figured it out, and you will be able to see how I figured that out in that video. So for everything that I do in this quick recap, for the backsplash, there's one video. For the backsplash above my stove, there's one video. For this lighting, there is one video as well. And I try my best to put everything in detail to show you exactly everything that I do. The lighting fixtures that I use for my kitchen, I got like the best deal ever. I believe I paid either $9 or $15 per fixture. Okay, and they're absolutely gorgeous, just beautiful. It was like an Amazon glitch, and I was able to get them for super cheap. Okay. So as you guys can see, I got the light fixtures up. I fixed the ceiling. The pink stuff is just a plaster. When it's dry, it turns white. And then you sand it down like this. I use it's like a sanding sponge. It has like it's for sanding. It's like a sponge, but it's for sanding. And it has different grits on different sides of the sponge. Okay, I don't know all the words, the names you call these things in the States. Okay, so the best way to describe it is a sponge used for sanding. If you need something like this, go to Home Depot, go to Walmart, go to whatever store. I'm not affiliated with any of these stores, by the way. But go to any hardware store you can find and tell them you want a sanding sponge. It comes in handy. And I've had this one for quite a few years, and it doesn't go bad like, sandpaper, like that rips up and gets bent out of shape. All right, so now I got my cabinets done. I got my tile done. I got my lights done. Now we got to fix this countertop. When I posted this video, I had an overwhelming amount of amazing positive comments. And of course, there's that small group of people that felt as though I was somehow violating, I don't know, their granite in their kitchen. As you can see, my granite had a lot of damage. That seam that you see down there, you see me chiseling out that epoxy. That epoxy wasn't even there when we first bought the house. I put that epoxy in there as a temporary fix because when we bought the house, this was already cracked and we wanted to get it replaced. And I don't know if you could see, look at the width of my finger and look at that crack. It was a very large crack, but we wanted to get the granite replaced with granite or marble or something like that. And the prices were just ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. And again, at the time we had 3 children, dog, cat, house, mortgage. My husband is an owner operator, like it just was not like, it didn't make sense to me to pay that much money for countertops, and then the fees to cut it, and then the fee to deliver it, and then the fee to install it. No, why? So, I mean, this is our house. We work for it. We pay for it. So I'm going to do whatever I want to do to make it look the way I want it to look. So the whole process for this countertop is in a video. I tried my best to be very, very detailed. I ended up doing this countertop after having my baby. So while I was doing the countertop, I had to stop and take care of her and breastfeed and all kinds of mom stuff, and yay for breastfeeding. I finished at 3 years and 2 weeks, and I am so happy it's over. I've breastfed all my children. And I'm done having children. No more children for me. Right now, my focus is on this house and trying to get as many projects as I can done within the next year or two. Okay, right now I'm working on our master bathroom, which I already posted, I believe, 2 or 3 videos. One for the tub, the jacuzzi tub, one for the walk-in shower, which I added tile to the walk-in shower to update it because it looked dingy as heck. Okay. But yeah, I try my best to make videos detailed and easy to understand, and I try to encourage you guys to do this stuff for yourself. Okay, I no matter who you are, I personally feel like you could do it. You just have to have a little bit of time and and time and patience and some attention. Pay attention to details. Okay, prep everything. That is the most important thing before starting a project like epoxy countertops. Prep. Clean everything. Tape off everything, okay? And get yourself your gloves. Get a mask, okay? Depending on what kind of epoxy you're using. This epoxy that I use on my countertop, I was not sponsored by this company or anything. I found it on Amazon. I tried it on my kids' bathroom before. I used it on my kitchen just to make sure it wasn't like going to turn into like a yellow highlighter within months. And it did not. I know a lot of people were commenting that they know it's going to turn yellow because, you know, sometimes people have nothing better to do than just leave negative comments on the internet. You know what I mean? A lot of us are going through a lot of painful things in our lives, but yet we don't take time out of our lives to leave negative, hurtful, hateful things on strangers' videos. I'm one of those people. I don't have time to do that, you know. So, little rant right there. But anywho, I try my best to encourage you guys that you can do it. Some of you have done wonderful jobs doing your countertops. You've sent me pictures on Instagram. So I appreciate you sharing your makeovers with me. A young lady named Mia, she redid her countertops following my video. So I appreciate the shout out that she gave me. That was really nice of her, you know. And yeah. It's not hard to do, just a little bit of time, patience. Well, when it comes down to epoxy, you need to get everything done in 45 minutes. And I was moving fast, okay? And you do not need a blowtorch or fire. I actually used a heat gun. And I think I got this heat gun. It had to have been for less than $15. It was super cheap. It gets very, very hot and it gets the job done, okay? And I had that beautiful glass-like finish. To finish the countertop, I let my marble design dry for a bit, not too long. And then I put my clear coat over it, my protective clear coat. The reason why I do this is because if I need to, say, refinish my countertops in a few years, I can just easily sand off a little bit of the top and pour over another clear coat or a lightly tinted white coat to give it a fresh look. I know a lot of people don't know, but when you get marble countertops or granite, you have to get them sealed every 3 to 4 years. And that depends on how much you cook. I cook a lot. If you follow my cooking page or my cooking channel, which I don't post a lot on my cooking channel, but I post a lot on my cooking Instagram page. I cook a lot every day. I use my kitchen. It is not a kitchen for decoration. It's a kitchen to be used to feed and nourish my family. But I wanted to show you guys a little recap, you know, encourage you that you can do this. You don't have to do it all in a year. You don't have to do it in 3 to 6 months. Just take your time, plan everything out, and you can do it and get the dream kitchen that you want, especially if you just bought your house. You're not leaving there anytime soon. So take your time and make your home, your house, your home into what you want. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye, guys.